Hey, hello, Grand Rising, and good morning. So, today is the first week of our 8-week summer challenge nutrition session. And I decided to come outside because the sun is shining so beautifully and it's getting me in the mood for summer. So, it's 8 weeks. This is week number 1. And today I wanted to talk about how important nutrition is when you're working out, when you're living a healthy lifestyle. A lot of people seem to think, oh, well, I can just exercise like crazy and I'll be great. But no, guys, it does not work that way. You can exercise till the cows come home. You can exercise. But if you have a crappy diet, nothing is ever going to change. And when I say diet, I don't mean like the Atkins or grapefruit diet or, that sort of stuff. I'm talking about diet of how you eat and what you eat. So pretty much 80% of the way you look is by what you eat. So when someone says, well, you know what, I just want to lose 2 pounds or 5 pounds in my stomach and it doesn't work that way, guys. I'm sorry. I wish it did. I've been in this industry for a long time, over 15 years, and I'm here to tell you it doesn't work. The weight's going to come off where it wants to come off and when it wants to come off and how you're working it. So 80% is by what you're eating. So that's why I decided to do these sessions. The other 10% are your genes, what your family looks like. So if your family naturally has big hips, naturally has big boobs or whatever, guess what? You're naturally going to have that as well. There are some exceptions, I must say. And then the other 10% is exercise. So that's how that ratio kind of goes there, which brings us to today. I believe the most important thing is consistency. Consistency is key. And let's get started with 3 topics we're going to talk about today when it comes to nutrition. And the first thing I want to talk about is your why. You have to dig a little deep. Now, if you have a pen and paper, grab your pen and paper. I have my pen and paper right here. And when it comes to your why, you have to think of why are you working out? And if you guys don't know, I am almost 50 years old and I've lost when I first began, I was over 200 pounds and I lost about 50 pounds. That was my goal. I was super, super excited. And that was probably 7 years ago. And I notice when people start working out, especially if they're over 40, they'll say, well, you know what? I want to be 130 or whatever age they were when they were in high school, when they were younger. And I've come to realize that, you have to be in the present. You can't really keep living in the past. Well, I used to look like this. I used to be like this. No. What are you doing now with yourself? In the past, I always wanted to be 145 pounds. That was my thing. It's like, I want to be 145 because if I'm 145, then 150, stay around there. But your body changes. Everything changes. Being healthy, being fit is the most important thing. So the first thing is your why. And when I first began my journey of fitness, in my closet, I had clothes ranging all the way up to size 16. And the lowest size I ever was in my life was a 9'10". Even in high school, I wasn't even a 7'8". I was like, I want to be a 7'8", but it was a 9'10". In high school, I was never lower than that. And I decided I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of putting on pants and the thighs were all ripped on the inside or those little meaty balls in between or my thighs rubbing together in shorts or whatever. And I just got sick and tired of it. And one day I saw an old gym mate on Instagram, and she was working out like crazy and she's like going crazy and she's showing her calories on her Fitbit. Excuse me. And I text her on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, excuse me, and I said, how many calories does it take to burn a pound? And she said, girl, I have no idea. Just come to the gym with me. So I went to the gym with her and I absolutely loved it. I think the first key is to figure out what you enjoy and then you can stick with it. The gym I went to, it was like a, how can I say this? Like a cave, I don't know. It was rough. It was like tires and barrels. It was just ridiculous. I loved it. And then when I went there, I realized I loved it. So the first reason when I first began working out was because I wanted to look good in my clothes. So write down your first reason why you want to look good, why you want to lose weight. Mine was to look good. And then I dug a little deeper into that because if you're very superficial with that top layer, it's really not going to last. So I wanted to look good. And then I dug a little deeper and then I thought about my family. My father died when he was 49 years old. My grandmother died in her 70s, I believe. And I absolutely know that if I knew then what I know now, they'd still be alive today because it's super important what you're putting in and on your body. And if knowledge is key, I don't know if you guys, some movies that you can watch is What the Health. And once you get into What the Health, they'll show you some others right there, but just so important with what you eat, how you eat. And that's what this 8-week course is going to do. It's going to tell you little things that kind of help you better your lifestyle. So the first thing I want us to do is write down your why. Is it to have a better lifestyle so you can have more time with your family, so you can be alive to spend time with your grandchildren, so you can get up the stairs and not be out of breath, so you can fit into that dress, or, whatever it is. So that's the first important thing is your why. The second thing we have to work on when it comes to nutrition is your mindset. You have to be positive and you have to really believe in yourself. I have to be honest with you, last week Ramadan started and I had to fast. And before I was like thinking, there's no way I can do this, there's no way. My whole mind, I was just like, that's crazy. How can I not eat and drink? Like, I work out all the time. The first day I didn't do it because I was just so scared that I would die. To think, and honestly, I thought that I was like, I have to eat. No, I'm going to pass out or whatever. And that day, so many people were texting me, how are you doing? And I was just like, oh, I'm doing too good. And then they were like, you can do it. So the next day I did it. And guess what? I was like, whoa, a whole day. Well, sun up to sundown or whatever, no food. And I was like, wow. Sometimes we are just slaves to food, guys. Slaves, meaning we let it control us. You have to be in control. So mindset, let your mind realize you can do anything you set your mind to. And again, it goes back to that why are you doing it? So I realized why I wanted to fast. I wanted to get closer to God. I wanted to be still. I wanted, so your mindset is super, super, super important, guys. And once you have your mindset, then it's super simple to move forward from that. So the first thing you want to do is your why. Figure out your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to eat healthier? The second reason, your mindset. And to help with your mindset, like I said, watching movies, knowledge, information. If you have information is key, and then using it. Surrounding yourself with people that want to be fit, that want to be healthy. Some things that I did, 2 things I actually did to help my mindset and my visualization was on Instagram, I'd follow all these fitness people, Massey Arias, Massey, I love her. And she's the same height as me. So I would follow her like crazy. Any fitness person, I'm following them and I'm like, okay, what are they doing? Because when I'm watching their videos on Instagram, I'm pretending that my face is on their face. So every time I'm working out, every time I see them on Instagram, I see their face. Also, who are you surrounding yourself with? I'm sure you've heard this all the time, you're the sum of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And if you're hanging out with people that are partying, drinking alcohol, eating crap all the time, guess what? You're gonna do the same thing. And maybe you do have a friend when you're starting and you guys want to do it together on your journey. And it was kind of like that when I first started my fitness journey. My girlfriend was like, oh, you're only going to that gym to see the man. I'm like, no, that's not why. Okay, there were some hot guys there, but that's not why I went. It was a feeling in here. So who are you surrounding yourself with? And I purposely did that because I knew there would be days where I didn't want to work out. And those days I would, hey, you want to work out? And I text like 5 to 10 people because I knew one person would say yes. So that's something that you want to do also, is surrounding yourself with people that are fit, that are healthy. Another great tip, guys, for your mindset, for your visualization, is having little challenges for yourself, like maybe a race. My aunt is a runner. Running is amazing. And I remember I said to her, I was going through a little sadness or whatever, and she's like, Tina, you should run. People that run, they're happy people. They're so happy, and it's so true. All runners are happy. We love the runners. And so running is super important. I never did join a running club, but I started a running club, running/walking, and doing races. Oh my gosh, I remember my first 5K. It was amazing. My daughter came, and whenever I do a race, she gets so nervous and scared. And I said, okay, I'll be through the finish line at like 35 minutes, 34, I don't know what it was, something like that. That was actually my second race. My first race, doesn't matter anyway, my second race. And then I'm coming through and I could always hear her in the background screaming. And then your races get bigger. So my first was a 5K, which was 3 miles. And then I went to a 10K every single summer in July. By the way, Auntie, are we going to Georgia in 4th of July? Gotta think about that. And then my first half marathon. I don't know if it was in Philly or Bermuda, but oh my gosh, the joy, the excitement, it felt amazing. And now I'm training for my first full marathon. I'm super scared. That's like 20 something miles. To be honest, I'm not sure if it's 23 or 26. I think it's 26, but I don't even want to think about it because it'll scare me. But these are little things that can help you with your mindset, with your visualization, with your whys, having things to go up to. And then I kind of got into doing a Spartan race. So as you get fit, you want to try new and different things. So I first started with just regular working out in the gym. I used to work at the YMCA, and then I got into spinning. Now with spinning, I was already working at the gym and they needed a sub to teach for spin. I'm like, okay, I'll sub. And I was subbing for probably like 2 months. And I said, you know what, Tina, you should probably get certified in this class that you're teaching that you know nothing about, because I tend to use this attitude, this energy, just like, hey, to just kind of like get things done when I really had no idea what I was doing. And then I got certified in spin, and then I loved it. Right now, spin is my life. I just finished a class, and it was dedicated to the legends, to the greats, anyone who has gone, Michael, DMX, Prince, Whitney Houston, Amy. Playlist was bananas today. Rest in heaven, guys. Spinning, I love it. And then after my son was murdered, that year after, I was just always going. I was just like, I can't keep still. So I decided, everyone said how great yoga was. Yoga is amazing. Yoga is this. And I was just like, whatever. So I said, let me start taking yoga. So I did a yoga teacher training program. And my goal was not to teach yoga. It was just like, okay, Tina, you have to get grounded. I have to get grounded. I have to be still. So I decided to take this yoga teacher training at Hot Yoga Revolution in Cranford, New Jersey, the best, amazing yoga studio. They have another studio in Metuchen. I worked in the studio. I loved it. But anyway, I did yoga. And then, so my point is, when it comes to working out, you have to change it up. CrossFit. How could I forget CrossFit? I started CrossFit in Houston, Creek Functional Fitness. Amazing. That goes into my visualization. So we talked about why, which is important with your nutrition and your lifestyle changes. Why are you doing it? And then your mindset, changing your mindset, being positive all the time about everything. And then visualization. Let me tell you about this, guys. Visualizing yourself in that size, whatever size clothing it is for you. And that's what I say go by, because that scale, sometimes I just want to take that scale and throw it out the freaking window. I believe I have a little bit of body dysmorphia, and that's when you look in the mirror and pretty much you don't see what's there. So when I look in the mirror, I still see that big girl. So unfortunately, I tend to get on the scale at least 2, maybe 3 times a day, which is not good. I do not suggest that to anyone. And scale for me can range from 3, 5, even 7 pounds in a week, in a day, 2 to 3 pounds. So you want to visualize what you want to look like. And I remember when I first started losing weight, remember I was at like a 16 when I started. And then I was losing. And then as I was losing, I got down to the size of clothes that were in my closet, which was a 9-10. And one day my daughter's like, Mom, you need to go shopping because you look crazy in your clothes, because they were all too big. So we went shopping, and the lady's like, well, what size are you? And I was like, well, to be honest, I don't know, because the last time, I went shopping, I was a 9-10. And I said, let me try a 7-8. And then the lady said, well, you look like a 5-6. And I was just like, you're right. No, the lady said 7-8. And I was like, let's do a 5-6 just for, shits and giggles or whatever. No, I think it was a 5-6. Long story short, I put it on and it fit. There was no tightness in the waist here. Everything was perfect. And I was like, me? A 5-6? Tina? Me? Loved it. So I visualized myself being smaller. And I remember now when I look at those pictures, that's my motivation now, is looking at what I want to look like, how I am. And maybe you want sculpted arms, maybe you want a tight core, but seeing yourself in that outfit, seeing yourself going through that race, visualization. So those are the 3 things that you need to do to start your fitness journey, the nutrition aspect of it, because that is the most important thing, is your why, the second, your mindset, and the third, visualization, visualizing what you want. So this is week 1 of an 8-week session. Next week, it's going to be even better. Each week we're going to be talking about different things. And I just want to say, I don't want to say good luck, because it's not luck. You can do it. I believe in you, and I know that if I can do it, anyone can do it. Thank you for your time. Bye.